Hey all, it's Alex. Welcome back to Collection Neo and StatueForum. Today we are going to be looking at Nightwing, and this is from Kotobukiya. This is part of their ArtFX line, which of course is a 1/6 DC in the DC line. This is part of their new line, which is Teen Titans. So previously, of course, they did the Justice League, which was Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash. Anyone else? Green Lantern. And they never finished it. They never did Aquaman. Aquaman was promised, I think, for a while, and then it never got around to it. And they've just not done it since. That was all based on Jim Lee's art style, of course. So this is kind of their new thing, which is a Teen Titans line. Starting off with Nightwing, I think, and Superboy has been shown as well, which looks okay. But we'll go over the big issue I've got with this statue eventually. But let's go a little closer on him, and we'll kind of go over some of the things I think about it. As you can probably tell by my voice, this statue is not that impressive. It's got some good stuff, but some stuff that doesn't work. And I think we're only going to find that out when we get a bit closer. So let's zoom in. So, my big issue with the piece should be staring you in the face right now. And that's his eyes. They're tiny. They're so hard to see. They are in there, guys, and what I'm going to do is just going to drop my light. There we go. But they're just two white slits, and because of the hair, if you're not directly under lighting him, you do lose those eyes pretty quick. So I think the pose is fine overall, but the eyes are a problem. That was the first thing I noticed as soon as it took it out of the box even. But apart from that, Nightwing himself is actually really well sculpted. There's a good bit of texturing on the suit. You can see it's all running down here and here. Kind of breaks it up a little bit. And I do like the blue metallics on the Nightwing emblem running across. And the metallics on the clubs are good as well. And you can see there's a lot of different textures, different paints. It's actually pretty good. The pose is fine. It's just I think his head's too far down. And like I say, you just lose those eyes. And this, of course, being an ArtFX piece, is PVC. He actually does come all in one piece, apart from the battens, which just pop out and pop back in. Good solid piece as usual from Koto. Paints are great. It's just I don't know if they needed to get those eyes out. The eyes really bother me, as you can probably tell, guys. The base. Wow, this is the biggest. This guy will not stand without the base, by the way. Like, he just won't. The base, and he's only one peg, which we'll get onto as well in a moment. Plastic, which is fine. I've got Superman sitting here, and if you didn't check out the review on that, you can. Superman's got a plastic base, but it looks fine. This looks awful. They're all going to have this base as well, the Teen Titans are. It's just the spray on it is just bad. It's supposed to be rust. There's no texture to it whatsoever. It feels like something you'd get, and looks like something you'd get in like a 1970s Star Wars toy. Or, you know, a late 80s toy where it's just a lump of plastic for a base. I do think this is pretty bad, but even by, you know, I'm quite lenient on a lot of statues, but it's just the shading, it's awful. I don't mind it being plastic whatsoever. You know, I've just thrown up a bunch of it. I've reviewed a load of Clone Troopers on my channel from Kotobukiya, and those bases are thicker, they've got reinforcements, but the point is that the paints look good. You know, these paints are awful. It's just a silver base coat with some shitty brown, like oversprayed. Like, look at that. There's just nothing. It's supposed to be rust. There's no like dirtiness to it. There's no texture to it. It's just bad. So let's put Nightwing on his base. One peg. Goes on nice enough. It's a circular peg. You can just spin Nightwing all the way around. He doesn't really fit on the base, he just gets on about there, so I'm guessing that's the point where he's supposed to stop. Not super impressed with this one, guys, at all. The hair, like I say, the sculpt for Nightwing's actually pretty good. The hair's pretty good, it's got a bit of blue running through it, which I don't mind. It's just very, very underwhelming. And this is like I think they're about 150 to 200 bucks. Doesn't feel good. Now what does feel good, actually just before I show you what does feel good, we'll bring Soups in, just for a comparison. Let's see if we can get them both on here. Just far more impressive. I mean, obviously it's a more colourful statue and that, but there's just not enough to save old Nightwing, in my opinion. Obviously I'd like to have the Batman there, but I haven't got him, so it's Superman. It's fine. It's really fine, but Superman's a really, really good statue, and Superman's got a lot of weight to him, feels a lot more quality. So what I am going to say, guys, is if you want a 1/6 Nightwing, jump online and find the DC Designer Series Nightwing, which I also reviewed not long ago. For one, he'll be cheaper. Two, it's a better sculpt. Three, it's got more going on. The base is better. Excuse me, the base is better. The sculpt's better. I'd probably go ahead and say the paints are better, and you're probably going to find them a lot cheaper. Now, I'm a big Nightwing fan, so I bought both, but I honestly can't see the Koto one hanging around, to be fair. It's not great. I hate to do reviews when I'm all down, but hey, it's got to be said, and you spend your cold hard cash on this. I think Nightwing will probably be enhanced when you get the rest of the Teen Titans with it, which I may hang on to to get Superboy and Beast Boy, I'm assuming, and probably Cyborg and Raven. They could do some good stuff, but so far, not super impressed. And like I say, at this point, I'd totally recommend this guy. You'll find him cheaper. Let's do one last 360 of these guys. Like I say, that base on the Koto Nightwing is just awful, and the eyes and him looking down. I mean, just them two together, you can just see. I don't know. It's a very, very different sculpt, but yeah, I can't recommend this one, guys. Like I say, maybe later on when the rest of the Teen Titans come out, but a statue shouldn't show its worth by what other statues go with it. All these should display well on their own, like Superman does, like Green Lantern does, like Batman does. This guy is not a winner chicken dinner. So there you go, guys. Kotobukiya ArtFX Nightwing. Sadly, because I really like Nightwing, and I was really excited when Koto were doing a new Nightwing. But no, it's not quite up to scratch, guys. But there you go. Stick around for more reviews, and I'll be back soon. Bye.